Iain from Iain Henderson Designs, and I design and create jewellery. I'm based over in Bingley. I have like a purpose studio behind my house. So welcome to my studio. I'm just going to crisp a little panorama and show what people can expect when they come. So I have a couple of cabinets there, one for ladies, one for gents. I want to invite a couple at a time, so it's very safe. I meet you on my driveway, we'll come round, we can put the masks on, we've got the hand sanitizer there, so we've got everything set up for that. Any rings we touch, we've got our sterilisers, we put them into that and that'll kill germs or anything that's on there. So we've been working quite safe. It's been extremely busy since we've come back in since the middle of June. So I thought I'd just try and tell you a little bit about what we do and what we're about. I design and make the jewellery. We've got all different ideas. For me, it's more about coming here. We are different from a shop. Like all the things you see in the cabinets is false. They're ideas. So what I like to do is actually design and create your own piece of jewellery. So you get your own ring made for you. It's made to your finger size. There's no alterations needed. We do it like that, and then you can come sit with us and we'll work it all out. And again, for the gents, we've got some over here as well. I always start the gents. I always ask them about their lifestyle, their hobbies. For me, that's important to make sure they get the right metal that suits their lifestyle. If I give you a quick example, one of my clients came to me as a farmer, and we suggested titanium over precious platinum or palladium. He came back the first year, had it cleaned with us, and it had a few welding marks and things on it, so you do it for that. So we cleaned the ring back up to brand new in 20 minutes, and he actually told us the story that his actual best friend got married, again he's a farmer. He went to the high street, and unfortunately they didn't ask the right questions, and he got sold a palladium wedding ring, which probably was about 2 or 3 times the amount of money. After the first week, he had to stop wearing it. So for the guys, it's always about a bit of lifestyle. For me, what you're about, then I'll look at discussion, and then I'll sit with you and work out the best metal that suits your lifestyle. Like for me, I'm not a salesperson, it's about design, so I'm not there trying to make the most money. For me, it's about creating the right ring for you. So on to the ladies' side. We can do all the straight running rings. We've got them into here. Chris, there's a pan down here. It's got a little sample out here again. So you could do your plain ones. You got your channel setting, claw setting. Now these are quite popular at the moment. This is all claw set on these ones here, with diamonds sort of going halfway around. Again, with a client in the other week, and we actually made one that actually fitted to an engagement ring. So in one of the rings, we took 4 stones out, so it matched it point to point perfectly for her. And then another client, we added about another extra 5 in it. So like I say, these are just the ideas, and what we'll do is create the ring that will sit best with your engagement ring. For me, it's always about keeping the focus on the engagement ring. The wedding ring needs to complement that. So this is how we can adapt and make things for you that actually you get kind of what you want, rather than having to pick off a shelf in a shop and hope it's kind of quite right. With us, you'll get it sort of exactly right. So there are kind of a couple of ideas on there. And if you've got an unusual engagement ring, I'll give a quick sample on this one here, Chris. This is one we've done. And you can see, obviously, a plain band just wouldn't sit right with massive gaps. So we designed 2 options for that one. One, it can curve really, tucks really in, sits like that. And this other option, it kind of flows round. So a bit of softer curves and things like that. For me, I prefer that one because it's got a quite nice flowing design. If you ever want to wear them separately as well, you can actually, it looks semi-okay by itself. Whereas that one, obviously, for me, is a little bit different on that. It's a little bit pointier. This one, we can make either by hand, or we can actually make it in our 3D CAD. If this was done by hand, you'd have a little join in here, and sometimes with our clients wanting diamonds, and if you've got a line join and a diamond in there, it makes it very weak. So for this particular design, we would say, right, well, this will have to be done in like a 3D CAD design. It's all software which allows you to see the ring next to your, we'll take a 3D scan of your engagement ring, put them together, we'll design them together so you can see it, and you can see where the diamonds go, space, and things like that as well. This particular one there, we could make that by hand or by CAD. It would work a little bit cheaper by hand, but again, we could bend and shape that without actually putting any cuts in it. This is what we're trying to avoid, is putting cuts into rings. It's not the end of the world, but for us, it makes them slightly weaker, and it's very hard to hide a line. And if anyone wants any work done in the future, then anyone tries to work on it, doesn't realise, and heats it up, and it can start coming apart without realising there. So we always like to try and make the rings as a solid piece. And another one here, we've got a couple of ideas. If you want a ring to sort of shape round, for argument's sake, pull this one here. So these will be made to fit around your engagement ring. So we'd need to borrow your engagement ring for about a couple of weeks. We'll get the metals in, then we'll shape it to actually fit your ring perfectly around there. Again, this one's got what we call a flush setting, so like the diamond ring was pushed in, so you can see on that one there. And the other option again is claw set. So these claws are all hand cut in by Carla, works with us, and these are all set in the rings. It starts out as a plain ring, and we hand cut all this, and this is all done by hand, shaped by hand. And slight difference on there, you can maybe see that's a 2mm band and that's 1.8mm, so it's 0.2 of a millimetre difference, but for me it can make a massive difference to the client, and you can see it visually as well, it makes a difference, but that's only 0.2 of a millimetre. So for us it is about the detail, we're all about the detail, creating things like that. So that gives you an idea of some shape ready means we can do on there. And I've just brought a few pieces along as well, which we're working on at the moment. Give you an idea, this first one here, this is a ring that we designed in our 3D CAD for a client, and we sort of made a replica just to sort of show people how it works. This is an aqua stone, it's set with diamonds. Well, these are CZs, but they're set with diamonds. So this was all done on the 3D software. The client gets to see the ring before it was actually all made, and he could work with us and make some adjustments if he wanted. And again, on the sides you can see it's all flat, so the wedding band will sit flush, and so if you wanted to turn ring as well, it's designed to have one either side, so it all makes a perfect set if they wanted to do that. But primarily it was for the wedding band to make that sit with it flush. So from that file, that design, we would then have that design sent down and have a wax model made. This gives an absolute replica of the ring. Then that would get cast into whatever metal the client wanted, and in particular one it was platinum. And then we would get the ring back like this. So this is how it come back to us, all the claws, all the detail. The beauty of the CAD, let's say if you're trying to make it by hand, you have to solder all these claws on. That means a lot of solder joints, lots of weak places. This is all done as a solid piece. So then, as you can see, that's it finished. So it gives you an idea how it all looks. And then got a couple more work on at the moment. So this is going to be an eternity ring for a client. So it's made up to the engagement ring. All the diamond spacing matches upon the engagement ring, so it's a perfectly matched ring. And we're actually putting some forest green diamonds in this, so that'll be something a little bit different. The client actually came to us and wanted emeralds. Well, actually emeralds, I sort of asked, is it just the colour you want in green, or would you prefer, is it the emerald? And he said, well, actually it's the colour I like. I said, well, I'm not sure if you're aware, but emeralds are really soft. They're actually called a jeweller's nightmare because they can break and chip easily. And she said, well, no, it's a colour. So I suggested doing green diamonds. You get the lustre, the sparkle from a green diamond, which you don't from an emerald. And obviously it's going to last a lot longer. So there's not a massive difference in the price as well. The ones we're looking at are heat treated, which is starts as a white diamond and it's heated. I've got my diamond guy Henry Keys, you probably have heard me talk about him before. He's based over in Antwerp and he works with a guy in Israel, and they both work on heat treating diamonds as well. So you can get like blue, black, greens, pinks, yellows, some cherry reds. So quite a wide variety of colours. But if you did it naturally green, you never get them to match colour. But because it's all done under heat treated, we can get exact same colour match, so it all fit across there. So it gets a very nice sort of all the same looking greens, rather than having it all sporadic colours. And this is another one I'm doing for a client. This is all going on next week. So this is an engagement we're designing for a client. Is that this one was actually done with proposing the diamond. So we had the client wasn't quite sure on the design and didn't want to get it wrong. Obviously, if you're trying to recreate this and put it back in, if it's wrong, you're going to get it wrong, and she's going to know, and you can see it on her face. So he decided to actually propose with a diamond, and he came back to sit down with us, and we actually designed the ring, and he would have got it wrong. So it was a good way for him to actually get the actual job right. She came around, we looked at it all, we got the exact same correct finger size for us, so it's going to fit. It's like says no joins. This is where the sprue is, but will get cut off, but this is a solid piece now, and we know it's going to fit her, and she's going to be over the moon because she's getting exactly what she wanted. Now this other one here is another ring, but this is actually a remodelling. So it's a client who came with it's a lovely aquamarine stone, set in a bit of a yellow gold, old traditional family ring that had been sat in a drawer for ages gathering dust, and she wanted to recreate a new piece. And the jewellery she wore is all white, so we looked at this is in platinum. So we looked at design, and we kind of came up with an idea that it will sort of match nice with it. Well, ring she wore on her other finger, but again, it's really to enhance the aqua, and it's got little diamonds going to be set around here and diamonds on the shoulders. Initially, was looking at a bit like this design, but then we're doing in the design stage, we sort of gave her an option of having it on this split shank, and she preferred that So this is what we've been creating. So that'll get done next week, over the next couple of weeks, and then she'll come and pick that up. So we do a lot of remodelling. If you know anyone who's got anything out there that's, everyone's been tidying the houses up after this lockdown, and we've a lot of clients coming in, and kind of I've been thinking about this for years. I'm actually now wanting to do it. So if you know anyone out there, or you've got something yourself that you'd like us to sort of sit down and create a piece with you, then you're more than welcome to come in and have a chat, and we can design that as well. Again, on here, Chris, there's a couple more. I'm just going to come up with close-up gents ones for you. So, and this one you've got in rose gold, different variations. This is titanium with a rose gold with a heavy scratch wire finish. So this would be a good one for anyone got a really hands-on job. The wire finish is quite nice because it hides all the scratches, obviously. So if, like my friends in the building trades, if you wore something that's a bit soft like the one below it, then that's going to get scratched really quickly. So this is a good one of way of actually disguising scratches for the client's lifestyle. And the bottom one, the middle one there, sorry Chris, that one's got rose gold on the inside this time, but it's got a platinum as an inlay in the centre, which is a nice way. Again, this would be more suitable for a guy who's not getting really hands-on with stuff. And one below it is just a flatter version of that as the one on above. So this rose gold's been quite popular. It's personally one of my favourites. So that's a couple of ideas on there. These are all in platinum. We used to recommend palladium, but palladium has gone so expensive now that we actually don't. It's not worth investing in palladium. It's worth investing in platinum. Platinum is still down in the market, guys. If you're out there thinking I want to get some wedding rings done, you think I put it off till next year. Think again, because you can actually save some money at the moment, especially on gents ring on the weight, because platinum does weigh the most. It's quite good. The price is down, so you'll save some good money. So if you want to come and chat to us, we offer a free service. We can store your rings in our safe for free. So again, these are some different platinum ideas. It's quite nice. We've got the tapered edges, like a central channel. You don't have the central channel. You can have it without central channel. You can have it without the edges. You can have it plain. Again, that's been quite nice. It's not two at the top. That's quite nice. It's been very popular with us at the moment. Second one down, that's got a baguette diamond in there. Obviously, you don't have to the diamonds. I know not everyone's into the diamonds, but it's just there as an option. And the matte and polish finish on there, this will wear off. A lot of people think, because it's metal, it'll stay on there, but it actually won't. To get the polish, we're actually taking all the scratches out and make a mirror finish on our polish machines. To get the matte finish, we're putting uniform scratches into the ring, so it's going all in one direction. So it's just working on the surface. So this will wear off, and appear to come up with these designs. Like this one's got the groove, so you can this channel there, so that's fixed. It's all flush. You could come back and have them once this is wearing off, the actual matte and polish. You could have the outsides matte and the inside polished, or you might get bored and do the whole ring polished or whole matte. So it's a good idea. I came up with if you get bored, I've got quite a few wedding rings. Of recreating a ring when it kind of wants repolishing. Similar one to this one below with no diamond in it. That's got the same idea on there. Again, you can play around the different finishes on that one once the kind of that design's worn off, and that can take anything from 6 months, a year, maybe longer. It all depends on the wearer. Everyone's different to what the lifestyles are doing. So, like I said, these are temporary fixes. It would make my life a lot easier if we could leave the finishes on and the stay as they are, but unfortunately we can't. And again, I've got some more. These are on titanium, so super lightweight but very strong. Again, that's the scratch idea we looked at. This one is very similar to that one, so that's in platinum, that's in titanium. If you look at the side, the titanium, because it's a lot stronger, you have to make it machine it, and it's got to be a bit thicker. So some guys like the fact that it's lightweight, super strong. Some guys don't. So we can just play around different ideas. So that gives you a bit of an idea of different ones. You've got your engraving, or things like that. So guys, it's more about, for me, it's about coming down to us. So I'm saying we've been about time now. Coming down to us, having a chat. We'll work through some pricing, some quotes for you. But for me, it's about creating a piece of jewellery that actually works for you, not me. I want to work with you guys. You can design it all. Like I say, it's sitting down, working that ideas with us, and we've got it all set up so we're all nice and safe. I'm normally here Tuesdays to Fridays during the day and late evenings, and also here on Saturdays. So if you want to get down, give us a call. You can find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. But I'll say thanks for the Fayres Yorkshire for inviting us on again. If you've got any questions, please get in touch. Thank you very much.